Welcome to another episode of Losing the Plot podcast, and we have our first podcast guest.
Hello.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Clarisse.
All right, let's dive right in because we've got a lot to spill today.
Should you do a quick little intro?
Oh yeah, do your intro. I'm
Alrighty.
so excited.
Hi guys, I'm Emily. I don't know. I'm originally from Yonkers, New York.
Hell yeah, Yonkers.
Woo woo.
Yonkers. Was born in New York, and both of my parents are from Dominican Republic.
DR.
I currently work as a program manager in tech.
Woo!
Badass
know?
corporate bitch.
Gra-
What's your
Women
sun,
in
moon,
STEM.
and rising?
My sun is a Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
My rising is Aries, and my moon
Oh.
is a Taurus.
Oh, I see Taurus moon.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
It's like steadfast.
That's definitely Emily.
Like solid earth energy, you know?
She's so solid, the most solid
Like, she
person I
is
know.
the grounding energy of the group. Like, we kind of need that, or else we would have been... It just would have been too chaotic without
For
her.
real, there's a lot of chaos.
We need a
here.
Taurus moon processing her emotions in our group.
Emily is our mom of the group. She really plans everything, takes care of everybody, gives mother,
Gives mother.
constantly mothering. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, she like keeps us on time, shuttles us around and stuff. Like
Aw.
very much acts of service, girly. Like you always feel very loved when you're with Emily.
So besties out there, give Emily a big warm welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
She's
Yay.
got tea to spill, and we're ready to spill it.
We are ready to spill. Just context for the besties. All of us have just come back from a trip or did not go on a trip. We're gonna dive into this later.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
But this is like a travel recap podcast, I think. Do you want to start us off, Nat?
I can start us off. Let me see. Okay, so I went to my bestie's bachelorette party in New Haven, Connecticut, and
The Europe of the Northeast.
yeah, it was beautiful this time of year. It was absolutely the most humid place I've ever been in my entire life. What can I say about this? It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Missed my besties, but God, what do I want to say on the podcast?
We can, whatever you say, we can fix and post.
Oh my God.
Just bleep out
Okay.
the names and the
So
details.
I heard the N-word hard R dropped at least twice this past weekend.
Fuck.
And not hard R like probably 10 to 15 times. Like not to expose this woman, but okay, my bestie has this one friend, and
Can we give her a fake name?
Yeah, let's give her a fake name. What's a good fake name for a white woman that drops the hard R? Kelly. I don't know any
Yeah.
Kellys.
Okay, that sounds good.
Kelly feels like she would say a hard R.
Yeah, Kelly said so many things this past weekend. So it was a really small party, like 5 girls. I would say we all stayed in this cute little Airbnb. But yeah, this woman was like a little older than all of us, like 30s,
Oh,
you know,
sorry.
different gen, millennial, bad vibes, honestly, all around. No, she was lovely. She was great.
Despite saying the hard R, lovely.
Yeah, if you take away the hard R that made everyone super uncomfortable during a game of Cards Against Humanity. By the way, I won. I thought I wouldn't, but turns out I'm funny. So
Funniest girl.
yeah, this woman went on like, this is probably the most problematic thing. I don't even know how it came up, but she started saying the N-word, like not hard R, and then started defining what the hard R meant. And I'm like, I don't think you know, like mentally, I'm like, I don't think you know what that word means, or else you wouldn't be going on like this. And she was like, yeah, like back in my day the N-word meant like, you know, an asshole. Like, I'm like, girl, no it didn't, it never meant that, bro. Like,
Girl,
I don't
you're
know.
only 30. What do you mean back in my day?
Back in her day, bro, I'm like, we had the same day, bro.
Wait, so
Yesterday.
Natalie, what is the ethnicity of this woman?
White. She's a white woman. If I didn't make that clear, Kelly is a white woman.
Yes, thank you for explaining
my
the implications of the hard R.
Yeah, she's like fucking woman-splaining to me the hard R. And okay, we're all sitting at this table playing Cards Against Humanity. That was another thing. All of us were down to sit on the floor and play games because we're like, why not? Like, then we don't have to move a whole table. She's like, ugh, I'm too old. Like, if I get on the floor, I won't be able to get back up. And I'm like, holy fuck, you're 30.
Back in my day.
Back in her day.
My
Drop
knees
the
were-
hard R. and can't get off the floor, bro. Like, pick a struggle. Anyway, this woman was, first off, we were in the car, and my bestie, who's getting married, her name is Sarah. Sarah's like sitting there trying to get on with the game, and then Kelly's going on like this 5-minute monologue about like the hard R, and like if it offends anyone, like I don't know why it would. And I'm like looking around, we're all like not making eye contact, non-verbal, and then Sarah just starts like going on reading this card, and we're trying to move past things, she just keeps going on. And then, like, the next day, we're in the car, and she's, like, rapping along to a Nicki Minaj song that no one, for one, none of us have heard of. And we're like, okay, why isn't Sarah, like, taking aux? But no, we're listening to Kelly sing 4 minutes of a Nicki Minaj deep cut that, like, none of us have ever heard. And, like, saying every single N-word. And it's not even the explicit version. So, like, the N-word is bleeped out in the song, but not for her. She's saying it. And I'm like,
my gosh.
my God. So, yeah, that was probably the worst part of the weekend. But other than that, Connecticut was really beautiful. And we had some really good pizza. And I love my bestie. She's getting married in 2 months.
Oh, my God. We love.
We smoked the entire weekend. I think that was probably it, honestly, as a recap. But, yeah, I feel like I had more to say about this weekend. But that was the main thing.
You mentioned women hating women.
Women have been hating women.
Something's in the air, bro.
There is something in the air that, like, women on women violence. Someone who knows horoscopes out there, whatever bestie can read into the stars, there are women, like, angry. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to fight Kelly so fucking bad. That was another thing about her. We were in Walmart getting sunscreen for the weekend, and she's like, I don't believe in SPF. And I was like, girl, what do you mean? What is there to not believe, bro? It's like science. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, you're already burnt. And she's like, yeah, it's okay. It's going to turn into like a tan, and I'm going to be a brown goddess. And I'm like, girl, are you? Like, your burn lines look bad. And then
Just more likely to get skin cancer.
That's what I wanted to say. Apparently, every time you burn, your risk for melanoma more than doubles. So I'm sitting here, like, holding my tongue. I'm like, this woman, Kelly, like,
she's not gonna make it to 40.
She's literally not making it to 40. Bro, she already can't get down on the ground and get back up. Like, her is like 60. It's like one fall, and she needs like the life alert thing or whatever.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so she's burnt and letting people like slap her sunburn. And I'm like, I literally haven't been around people like this in so long. But this is like upstate New York people. I don't know if anyone's from upstate New York. Like, I'm sorry, but that's like the type of people that are up there. Like, they let you slap their sunburns, and they think the more they burn, the tanner they're gonna get. But I'm like, girl, no, that's skin damage, but that's fine. So yeah, she said something like, yeah, I don't know, I'm from like a different generation, like I know it's gonna be okay when I burn my skin. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like us youngins just care about our skin. And I'm like, and then she starts like wanting to fight me. She's like, I care about my skin. And I'm like, okay. So it's just two women not making eye contact, arguing about like burnt skin. And I'm like, I can't do this. I'm too
like,
fucking
slap
old.
It.
Literally, like, slap it. Literally, I'm like, girl, what is there to prove? And she's like, oh, there's nothing to prove. And I'm like, then why are people like hurting you? Anyway, I'm gonna pause there because that's my woman on woman violence. There's more woman on woman violence going on out there. So, Clarisse just got back from Ireland with two of our other friends. I'd love to hear more about that. So I'm going to pass the mic.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, we just got back from Ireland. The main reason why we went to Ireland was because we wanted to see Taylor Swift. Me and our other two friends, one's Ariana, another one's, her name is Grace. They will probably be podcast guests in the future.
Can't wait.
Little sneak preview for the besties. But yeah, we tried getting Taylor Swift tickets in Seattle, like in the States, and it was so fucked up. It was so hard an impossible task.
Mm-hmm.
And like they were doing resales, and you would get like nosebleeds behind the stage for like a couple $1,000s, and we're like, fuck. It's not even worth it, you know? So, like, she extended the tour into Europe and then released, like, ticket sales for Ireland, and we somehow got a pre-sale code, and we were just like, fuck it, we might as well try. Got VIP floor tickets for face value, which was
That's
fucking
so crazy.
crazy.
Ireland is different.
Ireland is so beautiful. I had literally zero expectations for this trip. I had no idea what the fuck we were doing.
You almost didn't go on the trip.
Yes.
Aer Lingus.
We almost didn't go on the trip. Fucking Aer Lingus. They're currently striking right now. So props to the pilots. But it was very inconvenient timing for us. So context on this for the besties listening too. Aer Lingus pilots are striking right now because they're severely underpaid and overworked. Like, I don't think they've had a proper raise since like 2019.
First the famine, now
something.
this.
I
Bro.
know.
They can't get a
Treat
break.
the Irish better. They are a hard people. They are resilient, tenacious people.
Dude, that's another thing. Side note.
Yeah.
Barbara, my friend Barbara, who moved to Ireland to study abroad. She studied abroad like 5 times. But anyway, she got really hyper fixated on Ireland and told me all about like their civil war or something.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize it was recent, like 20 years
No,
ago.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like she was dating this one guy and he was like, yeah, I was growing up and like it was war. And I'm like, y'all were in war like 10 years ago? But yeah, that's really sad for them.
Yeah, bro, have you seen Dairy Girls?
Some of it. I never understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I need subtitles. I could not understand sometimes what these Irish bitches were telling me. So, like, they'd talk to me and be like,
Top of the morning to you.
But, yeah, like, context on that, too. I guess I'll dive into this. I'm jumping around. But, yeah, there was a civil war, like, between Northern Ireland and, like, Ireland, the Republic. Like, those are 2 separate countries, which I didn't realize until I was going on this trip. Bro, we would like hop in between the countries too, so like shit would change. Like Northern Ireland belongs to the UK and like uses miles per hour for some reason, and then like Ireland uses metric, and it's like the Republic of Ireland, not in the UK, still in the EU. So then we'd hop back and forth between them, and like I'd get whiplash trying to figure out what currency.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it like euros in one place?
Yeah, euros and pounds.
Like, what are they up to over there?
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
They're funny though. The Irish are funny.
They gotta be funny. They're poor, have no food.
Bro, yeah, the food was not the best in Ireland, but there were some good spots. But yeah, anyway, we didn't know if we were going to Ireland because the strike happened because Aer Lingus is basically held together by like the goodwill of the pilots, like working overtime, and they're tired of doing that. So they decided to start the strike June 26th. Our flight to Ireland was June 27th, and we were trying to make plans for the weekend because it was like Seattle Pride that weekend, and like trying to make plans with friends, and I had to always preface everything with, if I'm not in Dublin, then. But we ended up going, and like our flight wasn't affected, which was good. Thank you. Yeah, our flight wasn't affected, which was really good. But when I went there, the trip started off just really fucking funny. Because you know how I, like, lost my wallet a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. How can I forget?
And I was walking around with boy wallet for some time. And
Ziploc bag, boy wallet.
Yeah, it's, like, basically a Ziploc bag with my old invalid ID that's, like, torn up.
Do you have a photo of boy wallet?
I do have a photo of
All
boy
right,
wallet.
insert photo here.
Yeah, we'll add it in post. But basically, yeah, I had to get new cards from that because, like, someone stole my wallet. And, like, I canceled all my existing cards, but I didn't realize that the Dublin hotel was booked on
no
fucking
way.
card. So we're at the fucking airport, and Grace is like, oh, Clarisse, can you pull up the address of the hotel? And I was like, oh, yeah, bet, bestie. Like, we're going to call a taxi, and the head's straight there, right? And then, like, I'm searching the hotel, like, name in my emails, and I see that there was an email that was sent to me yesterday that I did not open.
It's
and
so
it said,
stressful.
payment was declined.
Oh,
Reservation
no.
canceled. And I look at my phone, my jaw just fucking drops. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna fucking like this. Ariana's in the bathroom. Grace is waiting for her luggage to get picked up, and I'm just like wide-eyed staring at my phone. I'm like, I'm waiting for Ariana to get back. She gets back, and I was like, guys, I have something to tell you guys. And they're like, what the fuck is up? And I was like, you know how I lost my wallet a couple weeks ago? And explained everything, and they were like, oh god, like,
crazy.
we'll figure it out, like, don't worry. They see that I'm clearly fucking panicking, so then I'm like, okay, like, let me call them. And also context too, like, we were seeing Taylor first, so like we get in on Friday, Taylor Swift concert is on Saturday. But this weekend is fucking popping in Dublin. Like, it's not just Taylor Swift. It's like the Gaelic football final is also happening. Green Day is there. Pride.
Everyone is there.
Everyone is there. The gays, the football fans,
The
and,
emos.
Green Day. Also, speaking of football fans, wait, this is also a side tangent. Do you see my backpack next to you, Nat?
Yeah, I
do. You see my water bottle?
Uh-huh.
I got the
yeah,
best
I do.
fucking sticker. Can you look at the no,
That's
the one on the back says, what does it say? It says, football fans against homophobia, and it's like 2 gay couples forehead kissing each other. We'll add it in post, but I got that in Dublin Pride. But that just made me think of that. But anyway, I'm like panicking. They're like keeping calm, and then like I'm like, okay, like maybe I can call them and see if like they can honor their original reservation. Like, it's kind of busy, but I hope they have an open room. So everything's happening in Dublin this weekend. So I call him, and like the guy has the thickest Irish accent too, bro. I can't understand him. And then like I explain what happened. I'm like, so a couple of weeks ago I lost my wallet. And I was like, we had this reservation set. It was also dumb fucking expensive. It was 1,200 euros for the weekend, because it's like,
wow.
yeah, for that room,
crazy.
which was crazy. And then the guy, he was so nice. He was like, oh, actually, we have 1 room left.
Oh.
And I was like, can we book that? Can we like keep the original, like, can you honor the original like price of the room? Because in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna cost us like $2,000 or something, or like $3,000 now. And he was like, actually, we can book it for 700 euros.
Wow.
And like that didn't register in my head. That registered as like, oh shit, this is 700 a night. This is gonna be 2,100. And I was
Okay.
like, sir, is there anything you can do to honor the original price? Also, I'm calling on speaker mode too. It's like Ariana and Grace are listening in. And then after, they were like, Clarisse, you should have fought harder for us to be But I was like, sir, like, please, like, is there anything that can be done to honor the original price? And he was like, no, ma'am, that's not possible. I don't think you want that.
Which you fine. $500 extra a night for
and then,
you.
like, and then it like finally clicks. I was like, oh, this is the price for 3 nights. He was like, yes, this is the price for 3 nights. I was like,
Can you make it more expensive, please?
And then they were saying, it was because they're listening in, and they said that we kept confirming the same things over and over again. We both couldn't understand each other. Like, I kept asking, like, this is for 3 nights, right? Because I just could not believe that we got $500 off.
That's
because
amazing, honestly.
I lost my fucking credit card. But it
during
was so
Pride
nice.
Month.
During
That's
Pride
so
Month.
beautiful.
It was so nice. During the Gaelic football final weekend. It was popping in
The
Dublin.
Green Day concert and Taylor Swift concert.
But anyway, like, all was well, all was saved. Like, we got the last room there, because I was chilling in the lobby during this day, and like someone else was trying to find a room. They were like, we're fully booked. And I was like, I feel so fucking lucky. Like, I cannot believe this worked out for us.
The leprechaun smiled down upon you.
Real, bro. I was like, we didn't even need to do all this planning. I guess I could have just called once we landed. But long story short, we got a hotel in Dublin that was 500 euros cheaper than our original price, all because I lost my wallet a couple weeks ago and forgot to update everything. Wow. And I still didn't update everything. Emily graciously texts me like every other morning, like, Bessie, you gotta update your auto pay. One day I will. After this podcast, I will.
At some point.
You gotta tell them, maybe not on this podcast, but the stories of
Oh my god.
of the tolls.
Yeah, I'll save it for another podcast.
Oh, dude, I found my ticket today that I still haven't
Hell
paid.
yeah.
And every time I look at it, like, I put it on my desk, and I'm like, okay, if I put it on my desk and tell myself, I can't, sit at my desk until I pay this ticket, then maybe I'll pay it. I put my keyboard on top of it. So I, like, move my keyboard. I'm like, that's crazy.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That did not work like I hoped it had.
Bro, my 2 tickets are up there on my fridge. I'm like, oh, I'll pay them.
Never
I make
paying
eye
them,
contact with
bro.
them every
Like,
single time.
every
Like,
day.
oh, I'll do that.
Like, I also haven't paid my taxes. That's kind of tea, though.
Bitch,
Like, the IRS are
is gonna
coming.
get your
I-
ass.
Fuck. The IRS is listening right now. But yeah, I haven't paid my taxes because I think I had to pay, it wasn't even that bad. It was like $1,200, but I had paid my rent the same day or something. And I'm like, okay. Take it from my account. I filed them.
Okay,
they are filed, and I owe X amount. And I'm like, okay, from my account. And then I'm like, wait, I don't have enough money, so it bounced. And I'm like, okay, it'll try again at some point. It doesn't try again. They send you mail. They send you physical mail, and they're like, by the way, like you haven't paid your taxes. I'm like, I fucking know. Like you make it so goddamn hard. Like I have to go to some website and pay it. Like just try again for me. But yeah, my taxes are not paid yet, but that's okay.
Well, we'll get there.
I'll get them next year. Get them next time.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was the start of the Dublin trip.
We only got to
we haven't even left the airport. But yeah, the concert was really fucking good. Like we had VIP floor seats. Like we could not be bothered to get there early enough to like get the VIP merchandise. Oh wait, this was another funny thing. Like we were in the airport like coming back from Pride. Like Pride was the same morning. And we're in the we're in the hotel, and we're going up the elevator with like a mom and a daughter and this old ass lady that's like, she has a Karen haircut, she's probably in her like 50s, and she's like, hey, is anyone seeing Taylor Swift this weekend? Everyone in the elevator is like, we are. And then she was like, I have a jacket that I have to get rid of. Like I wore it. She wanted to wear it to the Eras tour, but it was too hot, so she didn't. And she was like, I spent $100 on it. Do any of you guys want it? The mom and the daughter are just like, oh no, we're cool. And me, Ariana, and Grace were like, we'll take a look at it. Maybe. And for the besties watching at home that are Swifties, they are, we'll insert a picture of the jacket here. But it's like from her Midnights era. So it's like, imagine a shit ton of fringe, but the fringe is like sparkly, like, you ever see those? I saw
the story of this.
Yeah, you ever see like the party like decorations that's like plastic,
like tinsel,
yeah,
tinsely,
yeah, tinsely vibes. It's like imagine
everywhere.
that, but everywhere. So it's like yassified Big Bird vibes. It's like gold and shit. So she's like, yeah, like I'm trying to get rid of this jacket. I haven't worn it, but it like fits the midnight vibes or whatever. And then we were like, okay, like, we'll take a look at it. She's like, okay, all of you guys come to my hotel room. And, like, we're all like, okay. Going against everything my mother told me about not going into strangers' hotel rooms. So we get there.
Y'all could fight her if you had to.
Yeah, I was like, we can take her. But this lady is, like, deep in the fucking Taylor lore. Like, she's talking about, like, the surprise songs and stuff and how, like, Stevie Nicks was supposed to show up. I was like, she's not bringing out anyone.
Stevie Nicks, bro.
I would have cried if Stevie Nicks came out. But the jacket was so funny, bro. Like, it looked really good on Ariana. She brought it out. And then, like, she's like, do any of you guys want this? We're all just looking at it.
You already made it that far. How can you say no?
Yeah, it's so much more dramatic than I thought it would be. And Ariana's like, I'll take it. And we're like, fuck it, why not? So we bring it back to our hotel, and we're all just, like, trying it on. But, bro, when I put it on, it's so big on me. Like, the sleeves are so long, and, like, I'm shaking her out. We'll add pictures here. Ariana said I look like a magician's assistant. Like, not a magician, but like the magician's apprentice that's like learning magic, and they're wearing like the main magician's outfit, but it's too big for him.
He'll grow into it one day.
So it doesn't look good on me. Ariana puts it on. She is fucking thriving.
She was serving.
Really fucking good.
I saw the
She was
Insta story.
serving, yeah. But yeah, this lady just, and we looked up the price of it online. It was from like Nasty Gal or whatever, 117 euros. I was like, she spent 117 euros
to not wear it?
To not wear.
If that was me, I'd be like, I don't care if I have heat stroke. I'm wearing this fucking coat.
But we got that for free, and she slayed. She looks really good. We went to the concert. The concert was so fucking fun. Like, Taylor Swift is a fucking performer, you know, like, Really
with her
fucking
Botox
good.
feet and everything.
Yeah, bro. I was like, my feet hurt after standing for 3 hours, but word on the street is
Confirmed rumor.
confirmed rumor is that apparently Taylor Swift injects her feet with Botox so that she doesn't feel the pain of like dancing around in heels for 3 hours,
I
three and
need
a half
Botox
hours.
everywhere.
Bro,
Literally
same. Yeah, I don't want to
everywhere.
feel anything. I'm stiff as hell and not wrinkly.
Like, name one downside. I literally can't.
But the concert was really good. I went and like got all of us drinks like before it started, and like we had a pretty good spots on floor. But when I came back, it filled out, and I had such a hard time trying to find them because I'm short as hell too. For our podcast listeners, I'm like Sabrina Carpenter size, like 5 feet tall.
Damn, I didn't even know she was that short.
I was gonna say, and for our listeners, Sabrina Carpenter is 5 feet. We don't have her here, but
One day. But like I was starting to panic because like she was about to go on. Like they had that little countdown come on. I was like, I can't.
that
find
shit
my
is so
friends.
stressful. So stressful.
So I go to the kindest looking tall people I could find because I'm texting my friends. I'm like, I can't find you guys. Like I'm trying to go to that spot, and they're like, look for 2 tall girls, one with a red cowboy hat and one with a pink cowboy hat. There are so many fucking cowboy hats here. Did not get the fucking memo. Was not expecting that. But I could not find the specific set of suede, red, and pink cowboy hats. So
Who would have thought?
I go to the kindest looking tall people I can find, and I like go up to them. They're probably like, I'm such a bad guess on height, like at least 5'10".
Okay,
and
that's
I'm
pretty
like,
tall.
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to find my friends, but I can't find them. Like, this is the description of the people that they're standing next to. Because, like, my other friends, they're taller, but not that. They're, like, 5'4". And then they're like, okay, like, we will get you to safety. And I was like, thank you, queens. So they're scanning around, and they fucking spot them. They're like, they're right there. And I was like,
Nice.
thank you so much. I found my friends. Concert was amazing. Paramore was fantastic. Such a good opener. Hayley Williams, like,
Love her.
such a good voice. Yes, she is fantastic.
I didn't even know that Paramore was opening for Taylor Swift. Like,
I
that
was
feels
low-key
kind
more
of wrong, low key.
Right?
Like, I know.
But I guess like it exposes Paramore more. Like I feel like there's not much overlap between their fan base, probably.
I know.
Or
It makes me
less
so
overlap.
sad. Like, Paramore is like a powerhouse on their own.
So
and I
good.
feel like, I don't know, love the Swifties out there. No shade to the Swifties, but they don't always appreciate like good music.
Yeah.
You know? Something about them. Like, prove me wrong, Swifties. Leave a comment with your favorite song, and
Favorite
if it's,
Paramore song.
if it's good, then you're valid, and if it's not, you're getting blocked from the podcast. Thanks.
But concert was amazing. Like it was so fucking good. We'll add pictures wherever. But we did 3 days in Dublin, and then we did 2 days in Belfast, which is in Northern Ireland. So this is Dublin's the capital of the Republic of Ireland. Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, and the vibes are very different in those two countries. Like Belfast feels like post-industrial grungy.
Okay.
Like
okay. Kind
it
of fuck
feels
with that.
like what, and I haven't experienced this, but it feels like to me what Seattle in the 80s would feel like.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That's kind of fun. Love that.
But it was cute. Like we went to Giant's Causeway. That was fucking beautiful. Like that's the biggest like tourist spot like in Ireland. Like if the besties out there watch Dairy Girls, like there's a bit on the show where it's like, oh, the only thing tourists want to see is Giant's Causeway. And like, yes, that is true. Like that was the most beautiful thing I've seen. Like definitely top 5 most beautiful places I've been to. So yeah, Belfast was really nice. We ran into like the bitchiest like fucking restaurant lady there. Like we get in and like she hands us this dingy ass menu. Like it looks like it's been through fucking war. Like it probably has. So fucking gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we're trying to order and then Grace is like, can I have the aloo gobi? And she's like, no. And we're like,
Oh.
we're like, what?
Excuse you.
And we're like, oh, is it like not available? She's like, no. And then we like try another one. Like, can we have eggs? And they're like, no. And we're like, what the fuck? I was just like,
What do you
notice
have?
the crazy response. And like, they don't close for another 2 hours. And she was like, we're done cooking for the night.
They're struggling out there, bro.
It's like, what? They're like, we only have chicken. Our other 2 friends are vegan. We're like, okay, like you could have told us this instead of having us ask for multiple things and you just saying no.
It's like the bit where we're gonna be a cover band but only cover 3 songs and we'll only perform it if you guess the right song.
But see, we're gonna do it in like a cute,
In a cute
whimsical way.
Nope, not that one. Try again.
But this lady was just such a bitch. She was just like, no, we can't give you that.
0 stars.
But yeah, then we were in Belfast. Then we went to Derry, and Derry was really fun. We saw a bunch of old shit, a bunch of castles and stuff. We don't got old shit in America.
We don't.
You know?
We don't.
What you mean?
we
New York is
used to.
full of old shit.
No, but it's older than like.
I mean,
our
it's for
oldest
sure
shit
older, yeah.
Does not compare to their old shit.
Isn't it crazy? Like the native people had old stuff here. There's probably
just
so
destroyed
fucking cool and beautiful, and it's gone now.
But that
Like,
reminds me. Gifts for I hit this year.
not the gift segment.
I hit this year. I got all of the besties
Oh my
tea
god.
towels from Ireland.
Aw.
It's the vibes of all the besties.
Oh my god.
So
to our
cute.
audio
This one's
listeners,
your-
they're really cute. Believe
That
us.
one's Nat's.
Oh my god.
This one's Patricia's. I was like, what's Patricia gonna like? This is some millennial shit, not gonna lie. She'll love it.
Birds.
We love our millennial grandma friends.
Our Grand Lord. This one's for Milena.
That definitely fits
So
Maria's
cute.
This one's for
aesthetic.
Milena. This one's yours, Emily.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
you.
And then this one's for Megan.
Oh my god. You treat us. You spoil us.
Yes, you do.
This is so cute. Thank you,
Very cute tea
Clarisse.
towel. Oh, and I also got an Irish whistle. Every time I go to a place, I pick up a random small like instrument or whatever. But I was surprised. I was telling them, or like when they got here before we started recording, I was like, guys, look at what I learned. I learned "Hot to Go" on.
Bro, you gotta play. You gotta play.
Do I
You can't
play it
say
now?
that. Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
Can you hold my mic?
Yeah.
We also have coming up soon, probably after this. Emily was supposed to go to Alaska, but didn't go to Alaska. So that's a really exciting story that none of us have heard yet. But anyway,
This is pretty fucking loud. I would.
it's all good.
We
Okay.
probably should have tested this.
This is "Hot to Go" on the Irish whistle. Don't make me giggle.
Okay, I'm not looking.
You're doing amazing.
So fucking good.
But yeah, I'm learning a bunch of little tunes on this guy, and that is my cap on Ireland.
Wait, you forgot one detael.
What's the other?
How's the
details?
water?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the water. Oh, the water tasted like ass, bro. I'm dehydrated as hell from that fucking trip. Bro, I bought, no one asked me this. I bought a 5-liter jug of water in Dublin at the beginning, thinking like, oh my god, like we're gonna stay so hydrated, like refill our water bottles. We tried drinking from it, bruh. It tasted so bad. So we like kind of drank from it when we had to, but we were just carrying around this 5-liter jug of water.
That salmon water.
Yeah, to every single city we went to. We left it at the airport because you can't bring liquids on the plane.
It was your safety jug.
But yeah, water tasted like ass. I'm so glad to be back in Seattle.
Love our water here.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for reminding me about the water.
I fucking hate when I go somewhere and the water tastes bad. Like, what am I supposed
Amen.
to do? Like, y'all live like this? Disgusting.
Yeah. Now Alaska, Emily. Tell us
Alrighty. So, kind of the events leading up to Alaska. So, I was flying out of Alaska Saturday early morning. And then I talked to my mom, like, almost on a daily basis. And so we were talking Friday. And she was like, oh, Emily, I had a nightmare about you. And I was just
no.
like, oh, like, what was the nightmare about? And apparently, I guess I was like a little girl or a baby, and she got scared because she thought she lost me and she couldn't find me. And so she woke up crying and everything. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm like really sorry you experienced that. But I'm like, I'm adult, I'm here, I'm alive, like all's good.
Dude, moms will tell
Yeah.
you like the most stressful shit ever and then be like, so why haven't you called me? Because you stressed me the fuck out.
So yeah, and it was like, okay, whatever. Continuing Friday, all packing and whatnot. My flight on Saturday left at 7 a.m. I had booked my Uber for 5 a.m.
Oh my God, that's so Emily coded to pre-book your Uber.
Because I wasn't
was
sure
ready.
if I was going to
That's so
find an
true.
Uber at that
That's very
time.
true.
Real,
Yeah.
real.
And then this motherfucker showed up at 4:34 saying I'm downstairs. And I was like,
fuck?
Bruh.
Uber says I have till 5:05, so I'm going
Hell
to take my
yeah.
sweet ass time. And so I'm getting ready, and my mom texts me. I'm just like, hey, are you awake? And I was just like,
no.
yeah, what's up? So we get on a call, and she's crying on the phone.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, what happened, Mom? And she had another nightmare about me.
Oh my God.
But this nightmare was a lot worse.
Oh God.
Essentially what it was she saw me laying down on
Oh
a
my
mat. And the
Sorry. No, that's terrifying.
scary. Wait, I was laying down on a mat, and this mat was like back from like my preschool days where they would like make us lay down for naps.
Nap time, yeah.
And so she saw me lying down there, and for her it looked like I just had gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that I was surrounded by children.
Oh.
And so that was her nightmare. And she was just like, I don't know, Emily, like every time you've traveled, so I've gone to Peru, the Philippines, and my mom never had nightmares. But something about Alaska for her was just like,
Too
I
far.
really prefer if you didn't go on this trip.
Oh my God.
I don't think she outright asked me to like not
Yeah.
go. I asked her, I was like, would you prefer for me to just stay
Oh.
behind? And she was just like, yeah, it would like really like ease because her blood pressure was high and
Oh my
everything. And I was
God.
like,
Yeah.
don't you worry, Mom. Let me call him. So, well, the reason why I was going to Alaska is because one of my best friends from college, I'm her maid of honor.
Oh.
She was gonna elope with her fiance out in Alaska, more so just taking pictures and looking all cute. And so I was gonna, I volunteered to go help out with her makeup, dress, getting ready, etc. So I had to call her to be like, hey, I'm like really sorry about this. Like my mom's not feeling well about it, and I kind of want to trust her intuition.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes mothers know something.
No,
I don't know,
right,
there's
and-
something in the universe right now.
No, 100%. And it's like I've read, and like for me, after the whole debacle, I was just like reflecting of just like, damn, when you hear stories about 9/11 survivors and whatnot, where they're like, I had a feeling that day of like not to go to that
Oh,
building,
yeah.
or maybe someone had convinced them not to get on that plane, on
Yeah.
that flight.
Bro, don't tell me this gets crazier. Like, don't tell me your plane like crashed or something that you were supposed to.
You know
be
what?
on.
Okay, I did check if the plane landed. It
Okay.
landed
Okay.
okay. I have to see if the return flight is
Oh,
okay.
True. So true.
Because I was supposed to arrive today at like 9 p.m. So we'll check that flight to see if it's okay. I called my friend. She was she was like half asleep. So she was like, yeah, well, I was like, we'll figure it out once you wake up. And she was just like, yeah, no, trust your mama's intuition. Like,
yeah.
and whatnot. She was very supportive about it. And I
That's
really
so good.
appreciate
That's
her.
so good.
Yeah.
For it. But because I was talking about 9/11, the other story the other story that came to my mind
9/11.
that I forgot I had heard about the story, but found it again because I was looking at premonitions of like dreams and things like
Yeah.
that. And so this one girl, and this guy I blew up on TikTok. This one girl was at a bar with her friend, and her mom texted her saying like, hey, what you doing right now? And she's like, oh, I'm out and about with my friend. And she was just like, oh, like you should get out of the bar. And her friends her mom, she was just like, why? What's up? She was like, I just woke up from a nightmare. It was super bloody. Like, you should just get out.
Oh God.
I would be out.
Yeah,
I
and
would
so the
leave.
daughter was like, sure, Mom. Like, I'll get out of here. She got out. Luckily, she did because there was a shooting at that bar.
Oh my God.
Mom dreams are powerful.
They really are.
Like,
they're
really-
manifesting something low key.
I really do believe dreams, like, can tell you,
Yeah.
like, kind of future things. And I feel like I've had deja vus in my dreams where it's like,
I
oh,
have
shit,
a
this has come
lot.
out
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
reality.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And, there's, like, also, like, I know there's, like, superstitions about certain aspects in dreams, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, when your teeth fall out, that means someone,
Dude.
Someone's gonna die.
someone's gonna
What?
die.
Oh, that's a Filipino
Dude,
superstition,
I've always
too.
heard that it's like you're losing control with your life. And when work was super stressful, I had dreams of like just like gnawing on my loose teeth and spitting them out, and I
Oh,
was like
jeez.
freaking out. I was like, oh my god, like all my teeth are like gone. Like what do you
Bruh.
do? Because your teeth, when they're gone. So I'm like
Yeah.
fucking freaking out in my dream, like spitting bloody ass teeth everywhere.
Oh,
And I can like
gosh.
feel them in my mouth, and I woke up and I'm like, damn, I've lost control.
That's
Aw.
so true
It's
though.
fucking scary.
Bro, that's wild. That's a Filipino superstition
Yeah.
too.
The other ones are like if you see red meat in your dream, someone's gonna die, and I
Bro.
think
me, bro.
I dream about red meat. It's fucked up.
and I think also like either a white dress or a wedding dress is also not a good sign.
Oh.
Not a good sign.
Yeah.
Damn. What's that one stand for?
Also deaf. Like all three are deaf.
Hell no.
yeah.
Imagine you have like this sweet ass dream about your wedding, and then someone
And
dies.
a big ass steak that you just gnaw.
and your teeth fall.
Bro.
You're
But-
fucked, bro.
Your loved ones are passing. Better say I love you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that was my Saturday, and I feel like the rest of my day was just me kind of anxious of just
Aw.
like, oh fuck, could I have died in Alaska type of vibe.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, bro.
No, yeah, I'm like having an existential crisis of just like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
first
who
off,
knew?
I didn't set up my beneficiaries on my 401k.
If that doesn't tell you Emily is the mom friend of the group,
It's like fuck my life insurance.
I was like, shit, the money is not gonna go to my parents.
All these dreams. She's saving your life, low-key, and you forget to put her on the beneficiary. That's so fucked up.
Oh no, I did that shit on Monday. I was like, no.
so funny.
Like, mom, no worries.
I got you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I don't know, like that day I was just like, okay, I did end up like going food shopping because I was like, well shit, I'm not traveling anymore, I need food. Hung out with Adrian, one of our other mutual friends, and I just went home and was just on my couch thinking like, shit,
Something could have happened.
something could have happened, because I was, for that Saturday, I was gonna be by myself until like 11 p.m. midnight, because my friends weren't gonna arrive till that time.
Yeah, that's
So-
demon
anything
hours.
could have happened.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like,
That's valid.
Wow.
yeah. I felt bad for my mom because she felt
Yeah.
guilty that she made me cancel my trip.
Aw.
And I
You're
was
such
like,
a sweet daughter.
She could have saved your life.
no, exactly. I told my mom, I was like, look, if you hadn't told me, you'd be dealing with the guilt of if something were to have happened to me.
That's so real. That's so real.
Like, it's heavy shit, but it's true.
Damn. The universe is like, I don't know. Something is
Cooking.
brewing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
boiling.
think we have a new moon or something. I don't know
Let
if
me
I
look.
quote me. Don't quote me on that.
Don't quote anyone on anything, bro.
Don't quote any of this anywhere.
But if you're going to quote anything, Taylor Swift does indeed have Botox in her
Botox.
face. You can quote that. We said it. Tell us we sent you.
But bro, that's a crazy.
I can't believe you're alive, Emily.
Me
honestly.
too.
Here recording this podcast.
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
God.
And bro, that weekend too, my period was coming late, and so I was just
Oh,
super
everything was
depressed,
bad, bro.
anxiety. I was just like, ugh.
Well, it's a new moon today.
Oh,
Today
you
is a
can
new
quote
moon.
me. New moon in Cancer.
Us on that one. We were right. Yeah, we got a new moon. We have 15 hours of daylight right now. It's a lot in
Hell
Ireland,
yeah.
right? Like,
Oh, bro, it was fucked up. Like, it would rise, or like first light would hit at like 4:30, and then it wouldn't set till like past 10, and like
that's early as fuck.
I would wake up with the sun. You know, I'm not getting my full 8 hours.
She's on solar time. No one stop her.
You know, why did I think only like Washington, Alaska would have that type of shit? I didn't think
Dude,
Ireland
yeah.
would have such.
I always think like Ireland is like Seattle, like low key, same latitude and everything.
It's like,
I don't
yeah,
know, same
Similar
weather.
vibe, very similar weather.
Mm-hmm.
Rainy as hell, bro. But yeah, that's a crazy fucking dream. I feel like, I don't know. I'm glad you trusted your mom's intuition.
Yeah, I'm glad you're alive.
I did, yeah, I am as well.
Near death experience right here.
And I guess I was reflecting too of just like, damn, if I were to die, like, am I happy? Type of vibe,
Fuck,
like.
Hard questions.
Because I was just like, damn, what else do I want to do before I die? And I was just like,
Go
Be
to
on a
Alaska.
podcast.
Go to Alaska.
That's crazy. crazy.
One of my big things is like I really want to have a family and kids and whatnot.
And if y'all are listening and you're single and you make 7 figures
And you're sexy as hell.
you got to be really sexy and funny,
and really kind.
can cook,
Yeah.
wants kids. Hit us up. We'll have a Google form in the bio to apply to be Emily's.
First date
Spouse.
on the podcast.
That will be so
Or do like a
good.
bachelorette type of vibe.
Yeah,
Oh
or like
my
you're both
God.
blindfolded. Ask you guys some questions.
We could clip that and make some crazy viral TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm not
What
gonna
if you
lie.
find the love of your life
on this podcast?
That would be crazy.
Wow.
We'll just clip this moment and put it on the wedding video.
Oh, I'll be fucking crying so hard at the wedding.
I'm already imagining our fucking speech at the wedding. Like, we're gonna have a girly speech and be like,
We'll
we
use
manifested this.
Use these same mics. We'll film a podcast at your wedding.
He reached out on the Google form and we knew it was love from then.
I can't wait.
Oh my god! And for the listeners, some of the like lore, I guess, between the girlies group is that Natalee has been wanting a baby.
Oh my
in
god,
the
I want a
group.
baby so bad, but like
Girlie's
not me
baby.
personally. But I don't know. Like I feel like I've been thinking like maybe a few years ago I was like I couldn't have a kid, but I don't know. It feels like if I eat right, maybe I could have a baby. I gotta diversify that gut with a fucking kid.
For the child.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think my biggest fears of having a kid is like, oh, I'm gonna be fat and ugly. And oh my god, have you seen those
No.
TikToks where it's like my face before pregnancy,
Yeah.
my voice before pregnancy, and it's like my face after, my face during pregnancy, and
Bro,
it's like fucked up.
Their noses get wide as hell, too.
I can't handle that. Personally, my nose is like kind of sexy and beautiful. And if it gets any wider, I might fucking kill myself. Not kidding.
That reminds me, we were bored in the car, like driving around in Ireland, and like Ariana wanted to be entertained, so I was like, okay, like, would you rathers? And I was like, would you rather have to slap every single baby you came across or like interacted with? Like, it wouldn't hurt the baby, but it just like is very socially unacceptable with you just going up to every baby going, pop, pop. So would you rather do that, or have to do that, or get 20% uglier? And I said I would rather have to slap a baby. Like, I cannot afford to get 20% uglier.
20% is like a lot.
That is a lot.
Fuck.
5 times and you're 100% ugly.
That's so true, bro. I can't be on.
Quick maps.
All I have to do is slap a few babies. Like that's not
I was
a big
like,
deal.
I would simply just avoid the baby, or like
Yeah.
I would figure out a way to do it discreetly with no one watching.
I think about how many babies I see at like the park, and I'd have to like walk up to it and like walk away. And
Or
be like, at
20%
least I'm
uglier.
sexy. At least I have my beauty. Poor baby. Dude, there was another thing I wanted to talk about, completely unrelated, but I visited my old college buddy Tia in Connecticut
gosh.
too. Bro, that shit was crazy too. I mean, nothing really crazy besides she owns her own house, and I was like,
wow.
damn, what a homeowner. And she had a bidet and let me use it. And then while I was sitting on that bidet, I ordered my own bidet. And that's been really sick.
Bro, is it the tushy?
It is. It is the
I've
tushy.
been thinking about getting one.
Dude, and you get it, and it's got this cute little manual too, and it's like your whore ass scope, like ass, your whore ass scope, the like little play on words. And I'm like looking at mine, I'm like, oh my god, Leo, like you take fat shits or some shit like that. I'm like, this marketing is so cute. Literally, it's like, oh my god, so me. But yeah, it was I was like guts deep in my toilet like at 8 a.m. in the morning when it got delivered. I was so excited to like have a clean ass like after
love that
I
for
shit.
you.
So like I woke up, I didn't even eat breakfast. I'm like frustrated as fuck because I'm like guts deep in a toilet, like I'm unscrewing things, there's water leaking, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a lot of water, but it was enough to make me think like, oh my god,
Was it
I
really
not
hard to
made-
set up?
No, it was honestly really easy. Like they have all these videos and it's like takes 8 minutes or less. It took me fucking like 20 minutes to get my toilet seat off, so that was the hardest part because I had to like get under and unscrew it, and my
yeah.
fingers are weak, so I had to get like a wrench, and I'm like why the fuck would I have a wrench? And then
You don't have a wrench?
I did have a wrench. I had to go fucking find it. So that's it. All added up to like a long ass time to get the toilet seat off. But the rest was really easy, and it made me feel like a plumber.
Nice.
But yeah, I really love my new bidet. Definitely recommend. I mean, I get in and I'm like a little sweaty. I'm like, the crevices need a refresh.
That's
And I just kind of spray it, and I'm like, wow, how was I like dealing with a sweaty ass
All this time.
labia situation before bidet? It felt barbaric, but yeah, I'm clean now.
Wait, so when we went to the Philippines, did you try their version of bidets of the little hose?
So no, I was too afraid. Like, it was really low to the ground. I'm like a little more mobile now, so it's like that was a lot. Like, I was already getting low, and I'm like, now I have to get even lower to like hose my ass. Like, that was a lot. Whereas this is like Western bidets, so it's got a cute little like bamboo dial, and it says like angle of spray, and I'm like, hell yeah. So the UI is great. Like, I know exactly what's going on there. I almost got the one with like the warm water too, but I'm like, that sounds like a lot, because then you have to go into your sink and hook the hot water. I'm like, I rent, so it's like, why the fuck am I gonna do all that? So yeah, cold water only. It's great. Ass is clean. And then you like just pat it clean. I'm like, wow,
It's
so
amazing.
nice.
You're selling it.
Yeah,
Tushy, if you want to sponsor us.
Not sponsored yet.
Yet.
Yeah. I have a bidet now. Tia's doing great. It's really crazy visiting friends, and they're like working on like plane engines, and I'm like, I don't know, working on fucking Windows operating system or some shit, like fake things, and they're working on real things. She's like, if you fly an Airbus, like, I made that, and I'm like,
that's sick.
That is fucking cool. Scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
Like, I know you. I'm like, I know this girl. She's building planes. Someone stop her,
bro. I think you sent it a couple weeks ago, but y'all's like AirPod tutorial was so funny.
I'll link that in the bio or the description. Yeah. That shit is so funny. That was like our first YouTube video we made together, and we like came up with the idea, directed it all in one night, and it like went viral. And I had a fuck ton of like angry ass people like, I cut my headphones and they didn't turn into AirPods. Like, you should be ashamed and kill yourself. And I'm like, oh my god, like, they actually followed us. Like, wow, my influence, but also like, wow, my influence. But yeah, come on. Yeah, Miss Tia. Might do a podcast episode with her at some point. Hell yeah. Like, I don't know, online, once we figure out that setup. That'll be a whole nother configuration we have to figure out.
Take us 40 minutes.
It's gonna take us a fucking long ass time. But women in STEM, am I right?
STEM.
Yeah.
Not for long. No, I don't know. I'm taking all of July off, so I'm excited for that.
Clarisse is temporarily unemployed, so expect lots of podcast content. So excited.
But yeah, now I'm off for the rest of the month, so I'm excited for that. Seattle summer is fucking crazy. It's
Any
so
big
nice
plans?
Here. Any big plans? Dublin was the start of it, so that was good. We have so many friends visiting too. Yeah, podcast episodes with them. Our friend Jasmine. Imagine Jasmine on the fucking mic, so bro. Good. That's gonna be so funny. Our friend Xavier. We should film one with Xavier.
Fuck it, why not? Yeah. Xavier, if you're listening, see you on the couch.
We're going surfing, climbing, running, bro. I'm outside this summer. We are outside.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Yay.
Woo!
Yeah, it's gonna be like 90 or 92 on Monday. I'm like, fuck.
Dude, it's hot as fuck today too.
Bro,
like,
yeah.
I woke up like early as fuck, like 9 a.m. Not really that early. I was outside at 9 a.m. and I'm like, wow, I'm going to get a coffee. And I'm like, why is it already like super hot out here? Like, it's Seattle. It's not supposed to be this hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll end soon, but global warming or something.
Yeah, I'm like, here we are complaining, and then the rest of the U.S. is burning.
Dude, yeah. Like, what if you were in like Florida right now? That would suck.
That would suck.
All
At
my
least
homies hate Florida. Yeah, that
That's
fucking
true.
sucked in Connecticut. It's like I'm walking around sweaty, like covered in sweat, and I can't tell what it is. Like, is it humid out or am I wet? Like, why am I sweating all the time? It's literally everything.
You didn't have your bidet.
I didn't have a bidet. My ass was constantly wet as fuck. And it's like horrible.
Swamp ass
the entire time. And I'm like, damn, I used to live on the East Coast like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of in like my Renaissance era right now, low key. I feel like we all are. Like,
Yeah.
this is kind of the time period where, you know, we're being creative, we're making things, we're
making shit.
you know, what would Mozart do? Like, we have all of the tools at our disposal. So it's like I have to do my hobbies more than I have to like consume social media, and that's like my goal right now.
I
It's
love
like
that.
make
awesome.
more than I consume. So I'm like sitting in my house all the time, like plotting. I'm gonna make music. I'm gonna be a DJ.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to convince Ben to start making music. Well, he wants to make music, and he's like, I want to make a cumbia version of Chapel Roan, and I'm like,
That would go off.
go off, bestie. Let's cook. But yeah, I've been like learning a ton of shit, and I'm like, you know, Renaissance era. We're 25.
Start a band.
We're soon going to be 26.
We got a whistle.
We got an Irish whistle, bro.
We've got drums.
Piano.
Margot's got drums.
A drum set.
Piano.
We're
Guitar.
looking for a singer.
Still
We
looking
are.
for
None
a
of us can
singer.
sing. None
Yeah.
of us can sing.
We almost got that like 10-year-old girl from Margot's drum recital to be a
She
part of our
slayed.
band. Yeah, that Taylor Swift cover. It
Yeah.
really hit. It really hit.
We have Taylor Swift at home. Renaissance era, I like that.
Yeah.
What era am I in? Play outside era.
Play outside
You
era.
know?
Outside, yeah.
I feel like I, like circling back to like, I just reached a point of burnout at work
Real.
where it's like, I was doing well. I just could not force myself to lock in anymore and like do the work.
Fuck locking in.
right?
So hard.
But I'm getting tested for I did get tested for ADHD. That test is fucking gnarly.
Dude, the QB test?
Yeah, the QB
How'd
test.
it go? How'd it go? Tell us.
My lady is so funny. She's the psychiatrist that I've been seeing. Very sweet. I really like her. I remember like when I first went there, we were doing like the initial screenings, and then she was just like asking general like health questions, and she was like, "Do you have any history of hypertension?" And I was like,
What does that even mean?
like heart stuff. I was assuming. I was like, oh, I don't think so, but I have high cholesterol. Does that count? And then she was like, oh no, baby girl, that doesn't count, but thank you for sharing. I was like, oh, cool. Like, she's just so funny. And then like she was like, oh, like you have to get a pregnancy test too, because like if we put you on medications, like
Yeah.
it
That's
could
wild.
impact
They
the, like,
did not
baby.
test me for a baby. They're like,
And I was
fuck it, both y'all need it.
I was just like, oh, like I have an IUD in and I've only been sleeping with women. And she was like, baby girl, miracles happen every day. You never know. And I was like, so true, Dr. Jasmine, so true. I'll get tested. Not pregnant, so that's a slay.
Congrats. We're so worried.
So worried. But the QB test, she was like, this is going to be so really boring. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, it can't be that boring.
It's
Bruh.
so
10
boring.
minutes in, I'm fighting for my life to like keep my eyes open. It's like basically what it is. It's like a webcam is watching you. They like put some shit on my head, and like there are like shapes flashing on the screen, and you have to hit the space bar every time the shape repeats. So it's the same shape and color. And it was a red square, a blue square, a red circle, blue circle. And this lasted for like 20 to 30 minutes.
And you're like, oh, it's not that bad. And then
And
it
I was
starts.
like, oh my fucking god, my eyes are so dry. This is crazy. And like, it's so hard. And I'm like really trying hard to concentrate. So I'm like whispering to myself,
Dude.
red square, blue circle, red square,
I
blue
was
circle,
doing this.
red
I was
circle,
so
red circle.
I was so competitive. I'm like, I'm gonna beat it. I don't know how to beat it, but I'm gonna beat it. So I was like coming up with like little signals. Like I tap myself when it repeats, so I have like another cue or something. And I'm like, this finger means red circle, and then this one's blue circle. So I'm like, if I do the same finger twice, then I click the bar. My eyes were closed. I'm like, I'm missing things. I'm so tired. I'm falling asleep. I'm like literally holding my eyes open. I'm like, I'm gonna win. I'm not gonna get diagnosed. And they're like, yeah,
I'm not gonna get diagnosed.
99th percentile.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I feel like I'm doing really fucking
Like,
good.
I'm cooking.
Like, what if I like beat the test and they say I don't have ADHD? But apparently there's like other signals too that they're looking at, like how much you like fucking fidget around.
Yeah, I was not sitting still. I was trying so hard to. I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking moving. Like, I'm gonna be fine.
Bro, but yeah, and That's so funny. You were trying to think of cues because, like, as I was going through, I was like, my mouth is getting dry because I keep whispering red circle, blue square, red circle, blue square. I was like, okay, what if I condense it to just RSBC, RC, BS? And then I was like, yeah, like, this is working. I'm cooking. But then, like, I would just, like, my eyes would get tired and, like, I would forget what I was doing and realize I've just been staring.
It's so hard. And I got out of there and they're like, how'd it make you feel? And I was like, so tired. And I see them writing something down. They're like, you're good to go.
You're like,
what
fuck.
does that mean? I was so nervous. And yeah, that was a crazy experience. I really thought I was going to eat that up and spit it out. But
Same,
no.
bro. I get my results July 17th, and then we're going to start
Oh, shit, my birthday.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Good omen. Good omen.
But yeah, I'm excited to get on medication. I feel like it'll really help.
Yeah, it's been crazy, honestly. Oh, that's another thing. So, lore. Noah Khan wrote
Whoa.
Stick Season when he quit Zoloft cold turkey.
Wow.
So I was like, what would I create? I quit Zoloft cold. I did not do that. I was responsible. And I tapered up. I've been tapering off for like 3 weeks.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Bro, everything's pissing me off. Like,
That's
I
so
cried
funny.
today because I got these whole wheat English muffins. I was ready to eat them the fuck up. And Ben, like, made this beautiful, like, avocado egg sandwich.
Aw.
We didn't get to eat it because they were moldy. And that was, like, my last straw, bro. I was so hungry. I was looking at him spread the avocado, and I'm like, oh, my God, this is going to be so fucking good. And then he turns it over, and it's, like, green. And I'm like, I bought these 2 days ago.
That's so annoying.
Like, for one, fuck you, Amazon and Whole Foods, for selling moldy food.
Yeah, fuck you.
They were probably, like, $6 or something, too. I
Are
don't
they
know. They were just,
the
like...
Dave's?
No, they were the
Okay.
365 Whole Foods brand.
okay.
We'll never get it again.
Bro,
You
you
could-
should sue them.
You could go to the store and make them
You're
return
right.
it.
I'm gonna take them there, and I also have the receipt. So it's like, what
Yeah.
can they do? I'm gonna be like,
No, they're
look,
gonna give you your money back.
they better. I'm
And a
coming
gift
for you.
card.
Yeah, honestly, I demand like stocks at this point for the emotional turmoil that I went through today. But yeah, I started like crying. I'm like, I need to go do
Aw.
like breath work exercises, and like I'm like, okay, it's gonna be okay. So that's like the type of things that have been randomly pissing me off. But other than that, I feel great. Like,
That's fantastic.
I have never felt more alive. Like,
Oh my
I went for
God.
a walk, and I was listening to music, and Kingston by Faye Webster came on, and I
Aw.
started bawling. I'm like, the sun's
Aw.
hitting me the right way. I saw some old lady
Aw.
walking her dog, and I'm like, your pup is so cute. And then I'm like crying because it's an old lady with a dog, and I'm like, oh my God, this song
Aw.
is making me fucking cry. I'm like, I have not cried over music in so long. Like, Zoloft really makes like the range smaller, like less
Oh.
high highs, but also like less low lows. Now I'm feeling everything. I'm fucking crying over moldy food. I'm crying over beautiful music and small
okay.
dogs, and it's amazing. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saving this, but I I did a little craft day because I thought like
Ooh.
our podcast. I think we could. Okay, so Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother and producer, when Billie was like 14, told her like, trust me, I'm gonna make you the world's biggest pop star, and she trusted
Aw.
him.
Aw.
And now here she is being like the world's biggest pop star. So I'm basically Phineas, but like for this podcast. And mentally, I'm like, trust me, I'm gonna make us the best podcasters out there. We're gonna.
Does that mean
a
I'm
million.
Billy?
Yeah, everyone's Billy. Y'all are Billy. But I made this cool ass video. I'll insert it here. But
Wait, live react. Oh my god.
Isn't that so
that's
cool?
awesome.
and I made a new like I don't know, like cover art,
Logo.
podcast
Yeah.
art.
Yeah. Wait, that's
I'll insert
so
the video here
cool.
for our
Oh my
visual
God.
listeners. But yeah, I've been like crafting, I've been making music. I don't know what it is, but being medicated has kind of like made me into a little
Bro,
powerhouse Renaissance
I
woman.
can't
awesome.
wait for
It's
that for me.
really crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait for you too. It's gonna be lit.
I can't quit my job then. I need the insurance.
I was
hate
gonna say,
America.
if you like started getting medicated and everything, like, you know, you get the motivation back, would you stay at
I
your
would
job?
come back, yeah.
Okay.
Like my team was so supportive, and it's like the one day that I was free trialing a prescription
Mm-hmm.
through very reputable sources and like from doctors that were approved and whatnot. It was fucking game changing, bro. Like it was such a mixture of emotion too, because like I felt so good and I felt re-energized about my work, and I was more productive in that day than like the past month, because like I had to like wrap up my projects and like set up like transition plans or whatever, or just like plans for people that were taking over like while I'm out for a month. And like I was able to do so much, and I was like, it had me excited because like I'm going through testing, gonna get properly medicated, but it had me also feeling kind of like frustrated that like I didn't try this sooner, and that like I could have been like this like my entire fucking life. Like,
but there's still time.
There is still time, and like I've made it this far, just like white knuckling my way through. But now I'm just tired, and I'm excited to get to the point that Nat's at with her medication.
Dude, yeah, I hit that wall so fast. Like 2 years into working, I was like, this can't be it, bro. Like, and then I was talking to Asif, probably also another guest on the podcast at some point. I can't wait for this. He's got a crazy story about almost dying. And he was like, yeah, I'll come on the podcast, and an easy intro would be near-death experience. And I'm like, we'll save not clickbait. Our friend literally almost caught on fire. But anyway, I was talking to him, and I'm like, yeah, like, I can work now. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'd hear Emily, like, delivering projects, like, cooking at work, like, doing all this. Like, Emily was low-key, like, my baseline in my mind. I'm like, I'm not there. Like, I cannot do that. Like, Emily is absolutely cooking. Literally, like, being a girl boss. And I'm like, I have never been able to do that. So I was telling Asif, like, yeah, now I'm, like, kind of cooking. Like, I know what I'm talking about at work. I'm like leading meetings. I'm not afraid to ask things. And he's like, wow, that's crazy, because like it'll take me 6 hours to like hype myself up to lock in for a 30-minute meeting, and I'm still like trying so hard, and I can't even listen for that 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. If you just, I don't know, got medicated, it would probably be a lot easier. And he's like, well, I was in college, and if I had been like the entire time, I probably would have had a 4.0. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. He's like, but I thought it was like working too well, so I didn't. He's like, am I supposed to be that productive in like that amount of time? And I'm like, a lot of people are.
That's crazy.
Not us,
to
though.
think about.
Yeah. So yeah,
because it's like if you have something to do but you don't want to do it, you can still do it.
For the most part, like,
that's crazy.
Like, it's like, I think for me, it's like, especially if someone else is dependent on it, I don't want to fail them, to say the least, or have them disappointed, so that motivates me to get it done.
I feel like that was my motivation with work the longest time, just like anxiety and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've detached my sense of value from work.
And once you do that, you're fucked.
And then I'm fucked. Then it's a fucking battle for me just to lock in. But it's like, if I've made it this far, 4.5 years into the workforce, and have been doing well enough that I'm not fired, like, I'm gonna be unstoppable.
You really are.
100%.
Once I get medicated.
For real.
And
it's
like,
crazy.
I got my reviews. I was looking at them, and everyone was so sweet and so supportive. Like, I was just in my head about like, oh, like, I'm behind on a couple projects or whatever. But I'm like, if I can get properly medicated and like take the time that I need to figure all of that out, like, I think I would be able to come back. Like, my team is amazing. My manager is so supportive. Like, I am learning and stuff. Like,
yeah, those reviews are gonna go crazy once they see you like at your medicated form. They're gonna, Clarisse literally saved my life. Takes care of my family.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. Like, I guess, like, yeah, I was at the point of fucking quitting my job. Like, I'm still pretty set on quitting my job because I burned all my PTO to take off in July. But I'm hoping medical leave gets approved, and like I can take the time to figure this out and then come back like stronger than ever.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be approved. Like, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, that is one plus of working in tech. I feel like lots of really good benefits. It really does suck how like your career is directly tied to like your health insurance.
Yeah.
And if you do get medicated, it's like, if I lose my health insurance, then I lose like everything that's helping me like live my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's really fucked up. That's why Ben's on my health insurance, even though we aren't married. But like, you know, American capitalism is like fucked up. Like, for-profit insurance needs to be illegal. Like, I think we need to like assassinate someone. I don't know who, but someone needs to fucking die.
Bro, and especially with like Kaiser, like other plot or lore drop. I used to live in Capitol Hill behind the Kaiser I don't know, Permanente,
That fucking hospital.
Permanente.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they run the hospital. They're in charge of the care, but they're also an insurance company too.
So,
It's so
fucked up.
Like the
That's a cult.
incentives are so fucked. But anyway, should we do an outro now?
Yeah, does anyone have any last... What was our last outro?
Shout outs. We spent 30 minutes doing shout outs.
And then you were like, name 3 things you're grateful for. And I was like,
Spent 30 minutes. Our outro is a third of our episode. We'll keep this one short and sweet, though.
Okay.
What's a good outro?
what's a good outro? What are we looking forward to? Is that a good one? What are we looking forward to maybe in the coming week?
Yeah.
No, we keep it a week.
Yeah.
In the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jasmine's coming through.
Hell yeah.
Definitely looking forward
One of my
to that.
funniest friends, I would say.
She's so funny.
So funny.
Excited for her to visit.
I want to drop a little lore about her, my
Oh.
favorite lore, so y'all can get excited for her guest episode. But like, we all went skinny dipping in the Philippines, but we didn't want to go
Skinny
that
dipping.
far because it was dark out and there was apparently like a ton of stingrays or some
Yeah.
shit that
Or
could kill us.
jellyfish.
It was jellyfish,
Yeah, and they're like, don't go too far. Like our tour guide said, no night swimming, but we're like, you know, we don't listen to anything
Come
for our
on.
safety. We're like, well, those 2 gay guys were like, who's gonna skinny dip with us? And we're like, well, fuck, I can't say no to that.
Me.
So they're out there skinny dipping, skinny dipping, and then we get out there and it's like a foot of water and Jasmine's standing straight up, like skinny dipping. We're all like being so modest, like playing around, like splashing, like
Yeah, we're like all
titties
sitting like,
out.
in the water.
I'm like, skinny dipping. Like everything's covered. I'm so shy. And Jasmine's like standing there and just like titties out. And she's
To
like,
the moon.
I thought we were like getting closer, guys.
Well, she had her titties out the whole vacation.
Bro, that's
I
so
saw her titties so many fucking times.
we were sharing a room, another piece of Jasmine lore drop. We were sharing a room in the Philippines, and like she showered first, and she was changing like back in the main part of the room, and then like I go to shower, but I'm coming out, but I know she's changing, so I was like, oh Jasmine, like I'm stepping out of the shower, I'm coming back into the room, like is it cool with you that like can I come in? And she was like, yeah, come through, girl, like you're good. I fucking walk through. This bitch is sitting on the bed, butt ass naked, titties fully out, her hands up because she's slipping a tube top on, but the tube top is covering her face, and I was like, bitch, why didn't you tell me to come on? She's like, come on. She's like, I don't mind. Oh my god.
I can't wait to see her. Oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
excited for Jasmine to come.
That is exciting. Anything else, Emily? Anything else you looking forward to?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to our vacation later in
Hell
August.
yeah.
In
Oh yeah,
Ibiza.
we're going to Ibiza. We should bring the setup.
I was gonna
low-key.
say, can
Yeah.
we do the podcast
Yeah.
in Ibiza?
Dude, it's gonna be a good
Let's bring
ass
it.
episode. Look
Let's
forward
bring
to
it.
that.
We're
Hit that
bringing our entire
subscribe.
tripod too.
The conga drum and everything. Awesome, Clarisse. What are you looking
Oh.
forward to in the next 7 days?
In the next 7 days.
What is today? Friday.
The
Well,
5th.
tomorrow I'm doing the Whidbey Island tour.
Ooh.
Omar, our other friend Omar, planned this very elaborate first date for some girl he met on Hinge. It was a very nice first date. But it's like such a nice driving tour. You like go to Whidbey Island, you take the ferry from Mucklito, and then you go to Whidbey Island, you go to Fort Casey, stop up there. You stop by this little coffee shack, pick up like little pastries and stuff.
Damn.
Then go to Evie's Landing, which is like a beautiful beach. Eat the pastries at the beach. Drive to the like small little town, and then like the town is so cute. There's such a cute bookstore, really good food, and there's like a wharf and stuff. Like it's on the water.
I
Then
love a wharf.
From that town, you go to Deception State Park, go on the bridge, and then you drive back down to Seattle. But the weather's really nice tomorrow, and I'm doing that, so I'm excited.
You gotta send that to me. I want to do that.
Yeah,
that sounds
I'll drop
crazy.
the link. Shout out to Omar for creating that for that Hinge date that he went
Hell
on.
yeah.
I think they're friends now. So
He probably
good.
took his current girl on that trip.
oh, he did. He did take
A good trip is a good
A
trip.
good trip is a
Hell
good trip.
yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. No, I'm reusing it for the girl that I'm seeing.
I'm gonna reuse it for my significant other.
Ben, you gonna see some shit.
He's gonna see some shit.
What are you excited for, Nat?
Let me look at my calendar. I live so in the moment. I have
So
no
present.
idea what's going on anymore. I honestly don't fucking know.
Oh, you
to be
know what?
honest.
I'm looking forward to our girlies hang on Sunday.
Yeah.
When all the girlies get to
Honestly,
reunite.
yeah, we've all been really busy.
Booked
all of
and
our
busy.
friends. We're so lucky to have this big friend group, but yeah, we've been so busy and everyone has so many hobbies. I haven't seen everyone in one place. It's always so funny when we all get together.
It's so funny.
So yeah,
All the tea gets spilled.
all the
Yeah.
tea is about to get spilled. This is like our prelude to the rest
Yeah.
of the tea. But yeah, we're all gonna hang this weekend, and I think that'll be really fun. I don't know if I have plans for tomorrow yet. So that's always fun. It's a fun time to
Yeah.
not have plans. It's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
agree.
rare these days. So who knows what I'll do tomorrow? Freestyle day.
We love a freestyle day.
Love a freestyle day. Might treat myself to, I was gonna say like coffee in the morning, but I do that every day.
But this time, it's
But
a
this
treat.
time it's a treat. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna hang on Sunday. I don't know what we're gonna do. What are we gonna do?
River,
River.
swim.
Grill at Clarisse's place.
Grill.
Grill.
Yeah, I don't mind
grill. Like that
hosting.
sounds lit as fuck. And I work next week, so I don't know. I'm gonna make it a good week. I'm gonna make it a good week at work so I can take a lot of time off at the end of August.
We should do work Wednesday at a coffee shop.
Oh
There's a lot
yeah.
there's a lot of clean or like logistical things I have to do. Like,
We have
So
to
I'm down with
plan
that.
what we're doing in Barcelona. And that would be a great time to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to Ibiza at the end of August, but then some of us are continuing on to go to Barcelona, and then some fewer of us are moving on to somewhere. I still don't know where, but Milena booked us an Airbnb, and I don't know where it is, but I'm like, okay.
Slay. Thank you, Milena.
thank
Shout
She
you,
out.
said
Milena.
Amalfi Coast.
Wherever
in-
that is.
In Italy.
It's gonna be
That's
beautiful.
so exciting.
It's gonna be really spectacular. So yeah, this week I'm also hoping to take care of some logistical things. I feel like I need to do some like pre-planning for like maybe look into a camping trip and
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, lots of things.
So work sesh Wednesday.
Work
I'm
sesh.
glad that we'll still do this even if I'm on medical leave and unemployed.
Yeah, Clarice and I usually do a weekly work sesh at a cafe to keep the momentum of the week going. Some variants. So yeah, it's gonna be a good week. I'm excited. The weather looks good. I think it's gonna
Beautiful.
be less hot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. But yeah, no, honestly, no. It's gonna be 89
Oh, God.
on Monday.
I'll take her
91
off
on
at the end.
Tuesday.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay, it's gonna be a hot week. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the weather report.
I love the weather. We're gonna have to post this immediately so it stays relevant. Yeah, thanks everyone for listening to this week's
Thank you, Emily.
episode.
Anytime.
Thank you, Emily,
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
first podcast
Yay.
guest. Woo! All
Hopefully
right.
I'm invited back.
Of course,
course,
of
bestie.
course. I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for our next like combo of
Yeah.
girlies. It's gonna
Yeah.
This
be
was
good.
we were cooking on. This was the best episode we had. So far.
We say this at every episode. We're like, this is the one. We're gonna go viral.
But
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks,
good. Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.